Hello and welcome to Elecspo, and welcome to a new Football Manager series as we take a look at a load of different teams and see what they look like in 10 years time. It's basically what we've done before, but it's 10 years into the future, not 5. But anyway, I mentioned it in a previous video and a lot of you were keen, so we're doing it, and we're kicking things off with Manchester United. While the Glazers are doing their best to drag their good name through the mud, Man United are still one of the biggest clubs in world football, despite experiencing something of a dip ever since Sir Alex Ferguson packed his bags and decided that he wanted to watch every Man United game from much higher up in the stands. Since then, they haven't won a Premier League title, but on FM in 10 years time, has that changed? My name's James and this is Man United in 2031 according to Football Manager 2021. Right, well we'll start with the manager, and despite years of speculation about when Solskjaer will get the sack, amazingly the baby-faced assassin is still the manager. He's been there for over 10 years and he's actually brought some success back to Old Trafford. Over the past 10 years, Man United have got back to the top of the table and won 4 Premier League titles, including 3 on the bounce between 2028 and 2030. Not only that, but Ollie has also bagged himself 4 FA Cups, 4 League Cups, and he very nearly won the Champions League in 2030 when they were beaten in the final by Manchester City. Elsewhere, Old Trafford is now a little bit bigger at 80,000 fans, while their transfer record has been blown out of the water. The club record has been broken 3 times during this simulation, and it currently stands at £138 million for Youssoufa Moukoko in June 2026. But while the expensive players and 12 trophies will be music to the ears of Man United fans, there will also be another eruption of noise when I tell you that the Glazers are no more. They were bought out in 2024 by Kevin Fries, and under his ownership the club returned at the top of the English pyramid. They're no longer a soggy jacket potato, they're the king chip, they're sweet potato fries, they're a proper crisp roast potato lathered in gravy, what am I talking about again? Oh yeah, they're owned by Fries and suddenly good again. Although Mr Fries has recently withdrawn his funding, so perhaps the glorious potato reign at Old Trafford could be coming to an end. The final game of the season was the FA Cup final, but unfortunately for Ollie and co, they lost 3-1 to rivals Leeds at Wembley. Let's take a look at the starting 11 from that day and see who else is in the squad. In goal was Gianluigi Donnarumma. Gone are the days at Old Trafford of David De Gea and Dean Henderson, as in 10 years time their number 1 is a guy who'll probably only be about 13 years old maybe. Yes, Gianluigi Donnarumma at the age of 32 is the Man United number 1 and he's at the top of his game. He cost 72 million quid in 2025 and every season he's been exceptional. I mean look at that, tell me you aren't impressed by that. Donnarumma has been well worth the money and is the backbone of this new Manchester United team. Right back was Townsley. Okay, so 2 players in and we've got our first regen and a man who's made it all the way through the Man United Academy. Whether you play him at right back or right wing, Townsley is, well, he's quite average to be honest with you, but he's absolutely rapid and he's great at crossing, which is why he's played more than 50 times for England and is valued at over £70 million. Centre back was ARTEM PLECHIY. Next we've got another regen and a guy who probably wouldn't have started the cup final had another player been fit. But we'll stick with PLECHIY for now, and while his defensive stats aren't the best, there clearly is room for improvement as he's only 21 years old. But seriously, look at his physical stats. Everything is above 15, he's like a freak of nature. Put him in there up against Brock Lesnar and I think he'd still have a chance. But the only reason he started the cup final was because of an injury to Jules Koundé. The Frenchman is a key player at Old Trafford and is vice-captain behind Donnarumma. He's a titan of defending and the cup final was clearly a lot harder without him. PECCI was alongside Andrea Pepetti. Man United have got another Italian trying to keep the ball out of the net, and at 28 Andrea Pepetti is an established player in European football. He's had 2 good years at Old Trafford so far, but like PECCI, it's his physical stats that make him stand out, as Man United move away from the walking fridge who currently patrols the back line. Man United have also got Eder Militao, but he can't get a game, bless his soul. Left back we've got VEYSEL KARNUCU. Man United have got a Turkish regen at left back, and to be honest, he's getting better. But the big issue is that he's never played more than 25 games in a Premier League season. That's because Man United have also got Noah Kata back, forcing Ollie to rotate down the left flank. If only Luke Shaw was still there, that man's had a comeback of Craig David proportions since Jose Mourinho slagged him off. In the middle was Jude Bellingham. This guy is one of Man United's best players. I mean, you could probably put him in the current Man United team right now, and even at the age of 15 or whatever he is, I think he's 17, he'd still be the best player. Bellingham is going to be a star, and that's exactly what he is in 2031 at Old Trafford. He's just got the 2nd highest season average at the club this year, and he's constantly hitting double figures for combined goals and assists. All of this for just £113 million. Absolute bargain. Well, not really, that is a lot of money. I mean, you could nearly get 3 Joe Lintons for that. Next up we've got Kai Havertz. Now this is a midfield too. Havertz has only just been back in the Premier League for 2.5 years after joining PSG, but at Old Trafford he's been sensational. I mean, that's no surprise really, is it? When you watch Kai Havertz, you can just tell he's going to be special. As long as you ignore his Chelsea debut where his passing was about as accurate as a story in the Daily Mail about the royal family. Right wing was FACUNDO Pellistri. In his 11th season with the club, FACUNDO Pellistri has just enjoyed the best year of his life. He's the best player at Man United right now, boasting an average of 7.83 in all competitions. 54 appearances, 22 goals, 19 assists. That is absolutely insane. That's why there's so much buzz about this lad, and he should be one to watch in the coming years in reality. Attacking midfield was REYNA. We're back to the expensive signings, as REYNA cost the Red Devils £83 million. I'll be honest, he hasn't been £83 million worth of good. If I was Ollie in 10 years, I'd be disappointed. I'd also be questioning how on earth I've travelled forwards in time and at the body of a little Norwegian gentleman. Anyway, Reyna helped Man United win 3 consecutive Premier League titles, and he faces stiff competition from the likes of Nicolo Zaniolo, Dani Olmo and Mohamed Ihataren. Just like the 2008 WWE roster, Man United's attacking midfield is stacked. There's no Bruno Fernandes though, as he left in 2030, which begs the question, who's taking all the penalties? Left wing was Rufin Gautier. We're on to the regens again, and Man United have actually got a striker playing on the left wing. That's how stacked their attack is, and explains why they've been winning so many trophies. Gautier, who sounds so much like an FM regen, cost £103 million and just seems like a glorious footballer. One of those lads whose ratings aren't great, but when he gets on the pitch he just carves his way through a defence like a hot knife through butter all over your jacket potato. Christ, I just can't get away from fries, can I? Gautier's got the number 11 shirt at Old Trafford, and that's because Mason Greenwood has taken his talents to Germany. There's also no Marcus Rashford, but you'll find out where he is when we do another one of these videos about another Premier League club. And up front we've got VEGARD BEYER. We end this team with another regen, as Norwegian striker VEGARD BEYER looks to follow in the footsteps of his manager. BEYER is actually a product of the club's academy, but he's outshining the club's record signing Youssoufa Moukoko. £138 million, and the lad is absolutely made of glass. He's not scoring many goals, he's getting hurt every 5 minutes. Christ, they might as well just given Edinson Cavani a contract for life. I bet even in his 40s he could do a better job than this lad. So there we have it, that is Man United in 2031 according to Football Manager 2021. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and more importantly, let me know which team you want me to look at next. As always, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Elecspo, and until next time we will see you around.